Hey, before we get started, just want to say at one point I say a week and a bit ago. It's actually been close to a month now. That was recorded back when I put this up on Patreon. Hello everybody, Candice here, and this is going to be another video for The Flash from about a week and a bit ago. I told you guys earlier that there was more to come. Just had a lot of scheduling issues this week, so getting to it now. This first part you can see here, this is Efrat Door as Eva McCulloch with Candice, Patton as Iris West Allen, and Grant Gustin as the Flash, doing a scene together where they come together to do something. I still don't know what they were supposed to be doing. Here's the next scene. This is with some of the Mirror Mistress clones doing their thing. They're walking around just shooting whoever. I don't know why. But I do know that the scene we saw with the with Candice, or Candice, Efrat, and Grant, they were looking out at these clones, and it seemed like they were trying to do something to prevent them from doing this. You can see there's a car on fire there at one point during the scene, and you see just people running around in a panic, and you can see like they shoot at the people, but the people don't seem to just like vanish. I don't know what the thing is doing. Here's a scene of Grant and Candice together before she comes over to join Mirror Mistress, and then she joins them, and Grant comes along and just reaches out and joins in, and they hold hands together and look out towards the clones that are out on the street. I still don't know why. This is in between takes. Obviously, she said something or did something that got a chuckle out of them. I don't know. Here's Grant just trying to stay loose in between scenes, so he's doing a little improvised dancing. He does this a lot at sets. You'll see him frequently just break out into casual random dances. Now he's doing back and forth hopping, just trying to stay loose. It's a little cold out there, so you gotta do what you can to stay warm sometimes. Here is the scene where I told in my blog that you see a scene that I had video of where you see two of the Mirror Master clones pointing their beams at the Flash while he's standing on the ground. I only got this one and only take of the scene, so I don't know how it fits into everything before or after what we've seen from the other takes. I believe this is probably before all of that, but I don't know. It just seems like it because of the fact that we later would see Eva and him holding hands and working together. I feel this is before all of that. Apologies for the blurriness of it. That fire down there makes it actually very hard to get crisp pictures at times. Here's Grant again in between takes, just looking to be having some fun. He's got a big smile on his face. Not much else to add to it. And here's the big scene that everybody was talking about with the 5-person team up. And you see Carlos there with the goggles on, and he takes them off. Everybody's curious if that means a return of Vibe. And Danielle Panabaker beside him, which was also a shock to a lot of people. A lot of people were like, hey, I didn't think she'd be back. And this is the 5 of them together in the scene. Alright, here's some of the still photos from that night. We see some here, first up of Efrat Door and her other Mirror Master clones on the set. They did a scene. You can see Efrat here. She's doing her, like raising her arms up, and she's trying something. I don't know if she's trying to summon something or what, but the scene continues on, and there you see Candice joins her eventually. So then you had Eva and Iris standing there together, and Iris holds her hand and looks at her with a look of assurance, and that part of the scene went on for a few seconds to a minute. Eventually they would move from doing that to a scene where all three of them are holding hands, and you have Grant Gustin come in, and you know, he wasn't there for the first little bit, so I guess the scene original, like, it'll have Iris holding her hand first, and then the flash comes over. I got quite a few shots of this part of the scene just at different angles on the way the steps are set up. You can see a lot of the scrims around them, but later they kind of open up a little bit, and you see all three of them will be standing together, you know, more facing instead of with stuff in the way. There we go. Like, there's one tree branch there that's in the way. There's always seems to be a tree branch. Doesn't matter what set I go to, some tree branch is just always in the most inopportune spot. And there they are again. The reason that, like, I was able to get under that tree branch there is there was a point where I realized, like, hey, that tree branch is in the way, so I actually ducked down to try and get out of the way of it. They had this cab there that never got used while I was there. They had this car burning during one take as well that you see in the video part. Here's some of the close-ups of the clones out doing their thing, just being a nuisance. This one's aiming right at me, but luckily didn't get me. Here's a scene with Iris and Barry facing Eva. This is shortly before they do their team up. And there's Barry and Iris again, just standing there. Eva's just off screen a little bit. This is the later shoot, the one that everyone was talking about, which has those three along with Danielle, Panabaker, and Carlos Valdes. And you can obviously see Carlos has his vibe glasses on, and he's holding some type of cannon thing. I still don't know what that is, but you can see him removing his vibe glasses. There's a solo shot of him standing there with this arm cannon thing or whatever it is, and he's got a vest on. And there's Danielle and Grant together, standing together for the scene. There's a combo of Danielle and Carlos again, and that vest that Carlos is wearing, some people think that it's got mirror shards on it, and they might be right. I can't really say for certain. Here's Grant and Candice doing a scene. As you can see, I couldn't see a lot of Grant from that angle. This is a solo of Danielle. The lighting worked just the right time. It was completely pitch black, then lit up for like 3 seconds, and then went back to black. And there's the main trio again, standing on the steps, getting ready to main three hero trio. And there's the group shot again, and that was it for the Flash for this set. And I will have more for the Flash this season coming up. I have at least one more video to put out sometime, maybe in a couple of weeks. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.